Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Gnomes and I'm back with the should be daily developments on world building, right? So currently I'm making this character will work on the hair. This is not the hair, this is the hair for the previous character Dorothy. OCs from this sci-fi universe, and so this is 2D to 3D adaptation, stylized, cartoony, some characters in Blender. This Blender 4.2.1. Oh yeah, I was using 0.0, but it auto updates. This is not a, how do you call it, a portable version. I should have at some point, but for now let's leave it as it is. Soundtrack from YouTube, and now yes, so last time, I don't remember which day was exactly, a few days ago, I was able to remodel the face for Aisha. So she is Aisha. Let's look at the grease pencil here. So this is the sorry, a bit too loud this for me. Let's make a few change here. All right. So where I was at. Okay, so this is Aisha. She's the sister of Dorothy, and this I've reused the model. I didn't touch anything of the body, but probably I'll do my last decision to make this adaptation, because she will be more or less of the same size. The head will maintain the same circular structure as Dorothy's, but the body will be sort of shrinked upwards, right? So proportionally, very slightly, maybe a little more on the z-axis. I'm not even sure. Oh, actually, maybe I could stretch her a little in the z-axis after I made the generic proportions. Yeah, so XYZ scaling for the body, right below the head, and we'll see if that works. Currently I would say that, oh, this works, there's no problem with this model. Well, just that the neck might look just a bit too elongated. Otherwise, by reducing the chin in relation to the other car, it doesn't look too bad. I think it's feasible. Don't worry about the mouth. There's no mouth hole there in this face, because I'm gonna employ a procedural method, well, sort of with geometry nodes and I'm create some Boolean strategy that will also allows with another external mesh, separated mesh, to have the lips, so that can work as a very deformable and stylized mouth for plenty of expressions. Alright, so I have already an experiment of that works. That seems to works fine. I just am not care about the mouth right now. It's another problem. So I was concentrated about these the eyes, right, the face, more thinner edgy faces, face features, but it doesn't seem to be working that much as I see. I would, if there were, yeah, because this is 3D, she doesn't seem as angular as I would like to, but it's like at some point there's not much to do, right? It's alright, so at least I don't know. So for now, this change seems to be fine. So let's go for the hair. And here, yes, let's place this timer here. So I have 2 hours. I'm working on it's not exactly Pomodoro, but let's say that I'm trying now a new attempt that I'll be working in groups of 2 hours multiple times a day. So I'm experimenting with this productivity strategy. We'll see how that will go. So here, let's see. we don't see the model sheet for the face, right? I reused the whole body, so I just remodeled the face. I kept invisible the back of the head, as you can see, but it's here, the mesh. So it was just a way that I was just transforming the front, the lower part of the head, so I could maintain some sort of circular model sheet adequated to the same circle, conceptual circle, geometric circle for building the head. Alright, so the hair, I hope, so this is my hope here, the hair I need to build like that, and I'm not sure if it will be good enough to differentiate this character from her sister. So this will, well, I have to do that to find out. So first thing, this thing I'm gonna just delete this shape. It's like not gonna be reused. Then I have some sculpt mesh here, and for this one, yeah, certainly there will be already some change. So the first thing is that I don't need to keep those, right? Maybe I just delete, maybe I keep one of them. They will be asymmetric, maybe. Well, the hair of this character is a bit more symmetrical, right? So maybe it will be better to do some symmetry here. Could work. Still, the bones, they might work still asymmetrically according to the physics, according to the animation. So it's not because the mesh is symmetric that, same for the body, right? You have a mirrored skeleton armature. It doesn't mean that the bones symmetrize in every movement. This is not true though for the certain features of the mesh, like texture, image texture, or even procedural texture. Or at least I don't know myself if it's possible to demirror those mesh texture related features. There are other features that might suffer from similar fate, but for now, okay, let's delete that. So this thing, maybe this is not a fact in that character, so let's start with, I hide, yeah, so I deleted a lot of those things. It's kind of funny with just this hair. Let's see if that can help. So this is the scalp, and maybe I should be working, use proportional editing here. Maybe sculpt mode will be good too, I don't know. I just prefer this for now. Let's make this more art. Is her hair, yeah, so maybe I could do something different for her hair, like some hair strands. I've seen many times modelers doing that for those even stylized hair, but this is too low poly, so maybe this is not really necessary. It could be good, but let's try with just this. Alright, so this is looking a bit strange, so let's push this forward. This color I'm using here is temporary. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep that color. Maybe yes, maybe no. Anyways, the shading here is just too simple. It's not... Alright, maybe I should keep this mesh a bit controlled there. Alright. Shouldn't be moved too much. There should have some precision here for this thing to work fine. Maybe if I smooth that, get some better result in there. Here I'm not really caring about any sort of perfectionist here. I just want to see if I can get some interesting shape. So here already this mesh, this let's see, so maybe here for example I can try to do something different. I'm not even sure I need this for her. We can maybe augment this. Let's pick that. So maybe need some more subdivisions here. So scale up. I don't have a front view. Actually, what I'm doing, I have a front view model sheet for the hair. Here we go, side and front. So right now, yeah, this is so much better. So here we go. The location is completely wrong. So let's try to, yeah. So these strands here, they should continue indeed. So let's get here in this condition, and let's augment this front opacity, and also let's lock many of those layers, right? Those collections, so I don't keep picking accidentally everything, which is pretty bad, right? So here right, so I'm struggling with this. These are just three vertices. Is that even enough? I'm gonna make a subdivision here because it seems like that it will be very important for it looks like I have selected, yeah, just wrong selection. They are not connected mesh. Just let's go on front view here. Maybe I should be using a side view here. At this point, yeah, as grease pencil, can't access it on this mode. Let's see, side here. Okay, let's leave it at this lower value here. And okay, let's continue. So apparently here this is this one. We'll bring it backwards. This one maybe pull down. Trying to make this shape. This mesh might be a bit disrupted right now, but maybe if I smooth, I get some better results. I'm not really sure what's happening, so I might have to access this mesh on proportional editing. Might be getting it worse at this point. I think this is doable with just 3, right? So I don't need to be maybe not. Let's try, let's keep with 3, but it could be. The problem is that I cannot maintain the proportionality of this mesh like a fixed thing. So ideally I don't know what would work here. So maybe a curve object, but I hate working with those. So I'm working here with subdivision along with edge creases at value at a constant value of 0.3, I guess. 0.2 for the hair. Alright, maybe for this character, wait, the values are different. Alright, so I can, let's see these ones, 0.2, 0.2, yeah, so it's 0.2. I can just erase all those creases and remake them. So Shift E -1, then Shift E 0.2, right? So it's not very super efficient to maintain but her hair is a little less spiky, angular than Dorothy's. Maybe here we don't see this very well because uh, it's a combination, right? So maybe, yeah, I think I want something curvier. So let's keep it 0.2. And here is just that maybe I need a squares here. I don't know how this will deform. So this is a concern. However, because this is doing this kind of curvy, it might be required to have, yeah, some more mesh here. Indeed, yeah, more subdivisions. Probably want this. Let's re-enable proportional editing. Maybe here we can yeah, do something like that. So gradually improve this. It's not very easy. Curve would do better for this particular shapes, but for these ones I think I will have a better experience. I already have a template to be exploring. So here, okay, let's also, so I'm making many subdivisions because this is hair, right? It's okay, let's try to maybe reduce this, and here this should go behind, so not sure if this is fine. Let's pull it a little behind. Maybe that works. And also let's do this because there's, as we add, I dislike this condition. The edge crease properties don't get duplicated, so you have to remake them only on the vertices. It's a bit tricky workflow. Okay, so maybe I could augment this a little now. They lose a lot of, oh, I see what's happening, yeah. So they lose a lot of the shapes that because of the very little amount of crease here. This could be a case of maybe getting twice subdivisions for the subdivision surface modifier. I'm not sure. So I could get curvier shapes there. Right, let's try something like here. So here we have some mesh that is not very, it's a bit confusing, that part. Yeah, this always have been. Maybe push this inside, and what happens next? Outside here. Okay, I need to check what's going on there. Just very messy. Ah, here, yeah, so where is this connecting? Okay, apparently I have this vertex here which cannot go up. What is this from? Oh, the connection is there. Alright, so yeah, so if I try to pull this, we see that there is, maybe you haven't seen properly, but there's some very annoying things. So maybe I remake this. Let's delete these faces. this should be the mesh behind the ear. All right. Yeah, it's a new hair. Maybe I should simplify all that. Maybe pull this forward. This I have still decided how I'm gonna connect it. Maybe here I'm having problem with the. Yeah, let's also delete that. Okay, so I'm just left with this structure here. Which I don't need to connect right now. If I'm ever gonna have this kind of strand here, like Dorothy, maybe not. Anyways, let's pull this like that. Yeah, I see what's happening here. Actually, this I need to pull this outwards. So this is the mesh that goes inside. So I cannot lock that inside. Maybe with a shrink wrap inside that that will have this mesh be controlled. It's not a bad idea actually, but maybe it's an overdoing. But yeah, edit mode in Blender for meshes or for anything, it would require some procedural inputs, right? It would require some way to get them alright, being manipulated as if they were not the root thing. So let's go here. Yeah, I don't like this display. This shading is better for assessing what's going on. So let's pick. Yeah, why not start with this the ponytail? Not too bad, right? Except that I have to consider. Yeah, so if I were using the other technique, famous technique of the I could have some facility for twisting. Not that here I cannot, but it's not. It can be more complicated, and maybe I require some asymmetry here. Yeah, it would be nice if I had more asymmetry. Let's try to make a different loop here. Actually, let's take off all these Shift E is -1, then Shift E 0.2. Let's see what we can do with this. So what I want is to have some sort of control over these shapes. Maybe I'll have another one. What if I bevel this? Does it? Ah, maybe that works. Yeah, that sort of. Okay. Then yeah, so if I can do something like that, then this one we scale up. This we scale up and can sort of get some sort of wavy idea. So for now, working on a mirrored mesh. here the only way to be able to work that I know now to avoid this, yeah, either another subdivision, right? Let's bevel, or just changing the way this thing is, the value of this, but this is not too bad. But hold on, there's shifty 0.2 apparently. Let's just revise that. Shifty -1, shifty 0.2. Okay, let's go now. Yeah, so this is still annoying, so what could do maybe is getting these ones sharper, so that I don't know, 0.1, so that will add 1 to this. Not sure that's a fantastic idea. No, actually, -1, let's try shifty -1, shift E 0.3, let's try this one. That sounds interesting. Yeah, so the great thing in Blender is that there are plenty of ways of doing the same kind of thing, or even, yeah, there are many approaches to everything usually. It's very versatile, it's very customizable. There are certain things, of course, which are very rooted, and that's very bad to that sort of limits in an annoying way, and it might be very hard to, within certain resources like development, coding, I don't know, even to get past some limitations but it's still a great tool. And so this way of modeling here, I think there's no tutorial about that yet that I've seen. This is modeling here with already inbuilt, well, talking like that, inbuilt, I mean these edge creases and subdivision surface modifier. So alright, and here of course the hair is longer, right? So we need more of this. No, let's do the bevel, and we're gonna pull this down, and so here this difficulty of making this, the curve object is this for the certain stuff like that seems to be better, but it adds a lot of steps, procedural steps. I just don't really feel comfortable with that, but I must admit that it for certain case it's quite valuable. Seems like the way to go. Alright, and so here okay, why I'm editing this one, let's smooth this. No, smooth all this together. Okay, I need to bring, let's bevel twice. This bevel didn't, okay, shift E03, 0.3, then here I'm not sure what's happening to that mesh in the 3D. This might not be looking very good, so let's try to yeah, so how I'm gonna achieve that thing there? I need to have this wrap around, so maybe it's a different thing that a different setup that I need here. So just the continuation of that, and maybe merge at center. What happened? They didn't merge well. Okay, let's do that. Shift E -1, Shift E 0.3. Let's do that again. It is using proportional posing, right? Not proportional editing. No, not quite. Maybe here I bevel. The shapes are not exactly, that should be a bit different, right? Let's do. There's something very stylized about the hair there. This vertex is snapped at the center. How do I do that? Okay, I think let's bevel these. At this point, this is getting a bit too far from my. No, this is double beveled. Just once. A lot of rotations. What's happening to this mesh? This seems to be looping on itself. Dissolve. Alright, that looks like this. Must be very precise because of the mirror modifier there. Rotate on X, right? GG. Rotate on X. Move that, GG, maybe scale down, GG. Let's get it close to this one. Rotate on X. What happened there? Looks like some problem in the topology. Or just some... No, I just messed up the geometry. Really? Ah, there we go. No, maybe not. Ah, there though, it is crossed. No, this is confusing. What's going on here? Maybe bridge edge loop. Let's pull this back. Oh, there we go, I see. So maybe this is the... Why are you here? Yeah, I think there's some mistake in the faces. Then Control E, bridge edge loops. There we go. Then let's get here some bevel. Oops, this is not very good. Okay, see, proportional editing will help here. So this will be a bit more time consuming to get exactly what I want, but approximation is good enough for now. Bevel, maybe this one. No, this is good. This is good. GG. Rotate here. Got the curvature, that's fine. This one, maybe. Okay, so this is, I think this is getting interesting, even though it's could have a lot more uh, retakes. But yeah, I think it's nice. And here, should it be that kind of very large one? I'm not sure. This part is funny. It's not exactly as the 2D, but sounds. It's also a cool effect. And yeah, we're a bit far from very low poly here. Maybe here I can. Alright, so she's already having some change in the here. Let's look how. Yeah, she still looks a lot like her sister, but Dorothy, but it's already getting some. If I show them one side by side, that's already a lot of difference. Yes, I think that this is working, so that's good, a positive point. Yeah, to be fair, I was quite sure that the hair in these characters will make them a lot more personalized. So, but can never be so sure without seeing the results for real, right? So this is why I needed. I was a bit anxious to know, not anxious, just. I was suspecting that maybe this could fail, and so I was a little preoccupied. Yeah, preoccupied, not anxious. This can't happen, so we're gonna change the positioning without proportional posing. There is some faces here which are a bit hard to control. Yeah, so. One, two. One, two. Oh, that's it. We don't have a extra subdivision here, right? So maybe this is limiting the shapes. Can that even work without? No, this is dangerous. So. Yes, let's leave it like that for now. If I dissolve this, can that work? No, actually, we have a trick here. I have some sharps are not showing, but they exist. So this is the kind of hair that Mark, no, not Chris, Mark Sharp. No, not. Yeah, so we can emulate those trends by having them sharp here. Interesting. Okay, so that can work, but we don't want in the middle. Oh, there is in the middle here. Let's see what happens if I clear sharp here. No, it's better with this. Okay, then mark, no, not sim, mark sharp. Yes, yes, this sort of works, but we don't want the other crossings to be the horizontal whatever. Something is weird. Oh, this is just some face that, some vertex that got lost. Actually should be here. And yeah, so sometimes these things get in some strange positions. Not sure this is safe with these little ones. Because they are closer to the mirroring point. Okay, and then let's try with proportional here. Seems like I can dissolve this, can't I? Maybe. Better with the model sheet, right? Where's the... It's here. Okay, proportional posing, let's see. Okay, so for the sharpness, I think that is it. Let's save here. At least with this amount of volume here of mesh, right? If I make more of those developments, more, if I add more geometry, then we have to recondition that, but that seems good enough there. This is still troubling. This is just a shading, right? Yes. So if I try to connect that, it will be no, this is incorrect. So usually they try to connect that here, right? So it's bizarre. And for now, let's just accept this, but be aware that this is insufficient. Could help if I make this into a different mesh too. I'm not sure. This also works, but then I have to be dealing with the topology, right? Alright, then there is this here. Here I should totally change how this is working here. Yeah, these lower parts at least. There's no reason to have the creases here for now. Clear sharp actually. Let's go back to the looking at the creases and not the sharps, right? Yeah, this looks bizarre. Let's see the model sheet again. Okay, so maybe I try to collapse some geometry here. There's too many. Yeah, I need some more of this. It gets to see the mirror. I need the continuation of this sort of glued to the skin, and then we are lacking this kind of geometry for the connection. Okay, it is sort of inside the face, that's fine. So here maybe I could pick some of this and just duplicate this pattern here. Maybe this, yeah. Not sure that's a super idea. Okay, so maybe this connects like about this. I'm not sure, maybe just delete this. We'll see how we'll connect the rest. Same thing here. I don't know what would be, well, have some reference here. Okay, I got an idea. So let's just make another extrusion here. That will be yeah, so modeling here indeed is really very time consuming, apparently. I've seen many people doing, should it really take that long? And apparently yes, there for some reason. The geometry, of course, with some practice eventually we ideas, inspiration, find which method might be better for each one, right? For each person, each style of hair. For me, what I want is really try to push the boundaries of this approach and see if I can, if that can be helped. So here let's do, no, wrong. Like that, yeah, maybe. And here just extrude and merge at center. Okay. So how it will connect there, that is a little question of topology. Yeah, same problem for even there's this problem, yeah. Or maybe I should have this hair strand get inside the yeah, so that will be the Or the simplest idea, if I really want to connect, as I seem to be doing, is just picking, since they have, these are, well, they are triangles, but we can improve this topology if we need to match, or like an extrusion, right? So if we get a face there, for example this face, so just got maybe these two, you know, extrude like that, and so this is where I want this piece of hair to be connected, and that sort of solves the problem. Too much things interfering here with vision. Hold on. So maybe this merges here, and then have a face here, and after I get this structure I can try to just simplify. Then from the back part maybe I should hide hide the model, the body and the eyes. So here I just need to connect this no, this doesn't seem to be correct. Oh yes, okay, so this thing just goes into the face, right? Just as this one goes into the face, into the head, this also has a continuation, except that it has all the way around here. So that will be the way to go. And here maybe just merge less there. So I have this little triangle here, not terrible, but you have this. The important thing is just to have the topology to have this operational. Yeah, so this can intersect with the face, it's not a problem. Alright, so now if I body eyes, right, now I can easily pick this, scale, rescale, try to shift E -1, shift E 0.3. Alright, now they all have the same. Let's try to just connect here, bridge edge loops, and they just don't have the creases, but let's do that now. Alright, so this problem might have been solved. This is not a deform mesh, I think, that will suffer too much from this geometry. What is that? Oh, this is one face that is vertex that goes inside, right? So there's a little thing here that can get some complications. Yeah, I'm not really understanding what's going on here. Oh yeah, maybe I'll just merge here. We don't need these connections here, right? Why Why do you have this and this one? No, this wasn't important. And this one is just going inside, that's fine. Maybe I could make a better connection here because this is a bit chaotic. Is that better? Do we even need this? Yeah, maybe we need. Well, no, maybe we don't need it. So, provide this goes inside. And here, do we have? Is this three faces? Yeah. So there's no back face here. This can be a problem, but maybe no one will see. Yeah, so I need to make the distinction on which vertices are to be inside the face, right, and which should not. What are you doing here? It takes a little time to figure out those patterns. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of confusion here because this is some old solution. Yeah, back of the ear, maybe I should keep that. Alright, let's see how this is going. Not so well, but we're getting eventually some. It's too dark here, folks. Hold on, let me just turn on the lights here. Back. So let's pull this more like here. This can probably go more. maybe like that, I'm not sure. Let's reset the soundtrack. I don't like what's happening here. Looks like this is too big. Okay, let's try this one. This here is very strange looking like that, but it had some personality. She's looking like a bit witchy, which is cool, but it was not really the intention. Let me see more about this the model sheet and see if there's anything I can do about those ones. Oh, okay, this is too big also. Let's change here the positioning of these ones. Maybe a little closer here. Yeah, that more to the upside. That's right. Maybe this a little more to the center. Okay, yeah, this is looking cool for now. Some things maybe to solve here. This one could be larger here. Let's try to rotate this like that. Yeah, much better. And maybe these ones, yeah, let's try to reduce the yeah, so getting these curves a little more organized there is very helpful. Yeah, there's still, we lost some quality. Needs to be some sort of unpredictable. Maybe here could have some, yeah, have some little of chaos. Maybe that, who knows. All right, then for these ones, even though I haven't finished these ones here, this is much larger, right? Maybe to solve that, more subdivisions. Soundtrack, please. Let's go back here to this thing and yeah. Let's use this one. More shit. Alright, so let's get here the okay, sorry folks, let's go here, and this is the beginning of the soundtrack. No, it's ours. Let's go straight to the beginning. Here, so this trend should be, I haven't finished that. I'll retake these ones later. They are tricky. Oh, we see that this should come from. I see now. There's some shape there. Okay, it's like she has some sort of. I don't know how to call that. I haven't drawn it, but it would make sense. So actually, it's like I have to pull this. Yeah, we can do something like that. It doesn't look good here, but we'll try to. Yes, so that's it. So that's the sort of the kind of thing that I need to try to generate from her hairstyle. It's some sort of voluminous. It gains volumes as it drops. Especially to the side. Although you don't see it from very well from the front view, maybe you can. If I could get this showing a little more, that would be nice. Okay, maybe that is nice. Maybe subtler. Yeah, maybe this kind of curve here. Okay, let's leave like that, so that these hair strands, they can really come from that area, from the outside. I can play more with this idea. Here not, because this is the. Okay, so this, and here let's bring this more to the inside. No, not like that. Yeah, it's starting to get some okay shapes. Now some patterns. So should this be the largest one? I have a pattern of reducing the size. Does that even make sense? Let's try this pattern again. So if I get this and like scale this down, then pick this scale this down. Yes, maybe that's start to, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and now let's try these ones. So I'm gonna reuse the same pattern here, so hope that will be good enough. It doesn't need maybe so much of this subdivisions, or maybe it does. What is the value of that? 0. I just want 0.2 creases for 0.3. Wait, 0.3 exactly. So her hairstyle responds to 0.3. Dorothy's, her sister, this is Aisha, so Dorothy is 0.5 apparently. Very sharper here. So this should go inside the model sheets is too strong here. Let's reduce the opacity here for the front here. All these shapes, they need to go like here. It's okay, I don't need to have exactly we can have this thing going like that, I think. Except that this, there we go. Let's no, this is not correct. This should go here. Get this curvature there for this one. This we can enlarge and get it somewhere like here. We can also try to GG that. Make this slight curvy thing there. Pull this to here maybe. This pattern, should I make a subdivision here? Yeah, let's make this just to have a little more control. Shift E 03. This whole thing maybe should go a little. Yeah, she's looking quite without the grease pencil. Yeah, she's looking cute. I think that's starting to get some good effect now of differentiation through hairstyle, and not so much the face, but yeah, we made a lot of things different, including the colors. I'll compare them anyway. So here is this. I ought to get this as best as possible before I start duplicating them, but I really wanted to see the others making actually this is wrong. Let's pull this up a little. Yeah, maybe this disrespecting a little the character design, which is not super interesting, but then the 3D mesh gets some issues. Alright, let's try to do the should be like below it. It's not necessarily that I need here, but these hair strands, they have this tendency to curve like that. From a side view here, this goes back apparently. And another one. Not sure it should be that small. Yeah, that's kind of funny. It sort of works. So this can be symmetrized, I think. So that will be like, let's add them a mirror. No merge for these ones. Then this and this, they got Control C, select, copy selected modifiers, mirror, there you go. And yeah, that would be let's see, without the real good. I'm very surprised. First surprise. Yeah, this is actually working. This part here needs some. Let's use the same pattern then that I've tried for this. So that would be maybe getting this some mark sharp and placing this with some consistency closer to, so make this sharp, that how to say, the cliff there, in the this part I'm not sure. The front one maybe not so much here, but yeah. And then here we maybe I need to do something to get this in sunken. Yeah, so there's be like that, and then the flow rate. Okay, now I have some competition because this is the diagonal. The geometry here is lacking to do everything that is needed. Let's try this for now. This is a bit strange, yeah, too much. This is not necessary. Yeah, I'll have to differentiate this later. We need more of that. And yeah, different loops here. Different topology here to have some better flow. Or maybe I can just do it from here. Not sure that can work. Yeah, it can work, but it's ugly. It can be improved in a more sophisticated way. This is just too simplistic. Yeah, so basically I try to shape the topology of this based on what I really want for the flow of the hair strands, and not what I had originally. Maybe that will require me to make things a bit less low poly, but that's fine. It's just, it requires a lot of inputs to be able to achieve the interesting shapes. So that's one limitation of low poly naturally, but sometimes, like for doing radical low poly art, then sometimes might occur that there are details that you have to struggle with new. Some things we cannot do properly with a very simple geometry. We need to start to go towards medium poly just to have enough mesh density to start having some shapes of interest. So it was the case for the curves here, especially notably this one. So I don't think I could super simplify this. Maybe I'm getting confused because of the edge creases. Anyways, let's get them back. They are important for what I'm doing anyway. So but that's really good, really good. Even though it's not, I mean, the aspect of the character regarding the model sheet adaptation. It's not super close, but the idea is not copy exactly, right? It's 3D. I don't think I'm not. Fortunately, I gave up in the idea of making like a complete translation, like idealistic. Uh, there is a different language 3D, of course, from 2D, so maybe with more time I'm able to get something closer expressively and all that. But for now, I'm satisfied by the idea that I can create a 3D style for my 2D style. That's it. So this is why I'm accepting results that are close enough to resemble the original characters, right? So here, let's see if there's something that could be. Yeah, so if I check here from this perspective, maybe we could bring this forward a little more sharp here, more aggressive looking. Yeah, that seems nice. Can also, why not, let's use proportional editing here with a larger, maybe more volume here. A better redistribution here. Yeah, so here I'm not totally respecting the 2D, I'm just trying to see if I find like designing in 3D directly to see if there find some more interesting shapes. Here, yeah, I miss this. So instead of beveling, there may be another solution. Adding more sharpness here. It's risky. It's hard to really understand the consequence of this everywhere. Oh no, I still have. There we go. Yeah, so bevel is safer here. So I already did that before, so just let's try to. So this is what I'm talking about in this thing. GG. Let's try to pull that in the. Yeah, that way exactly. I don't know totally what to do with this this part, but we'll explore. I'm exploring possibilities here. Yeah, so this subdivision here really essential to get on this amount of edge crease for the whole hair system to get the proper curvature here that I wanted. Alright, it's a bit strange from some certain angles. Now that is looking fine. Yeah, that's great. So there's still a lot of work to do here. Is there any? I need to take a break from that, but this is like essentially the hair is designed right in 3D. Reshaped, right? And so this is the good part. But there are many things that would need to be radically, seriously improved. So the worst thing here, in my opinion, is the scalp, and then followed by this. Yeah, the scalp includes that, but yeah, it's the top of the scalp here. This I'll have to make a lot of change. I want to make it follow the idea of this here, right? Maybe this is not required to be sharpened. So let's just get this and this sharp. Alright. This maybe doesn't need to be sharp. No, it's kind of cool. It's just special here. Maybe. Alright, so alright, so let's see. Scalp, okay. So sort of got this, but it's not good enough. I need hair, scalp, and more improvements. Revise topology, geometry, yeah. Now so this could be like a so which date is today? 2024 08 and 27. Okay. Okay, so my idea is sort of, I don't want to finish this so fast. That will take, if I can, yes, but I have to put more thoughts on this. More urgently for me would be to solve the problem of her body proportions. It's an urgent thing. So now I know that the hair is combining well with her face and whatever. Now I need to get adapted So I'm going to a proposition that I hope I won't have regretted. That means that I'll have to retake, but I can rescale the body, maybe along with the grease pencil, not sure, but yes. Let's see, let's go re-enable the body. Not the eyes don't need to change here. So basically it will be, also let's so what I would have to do here would be to get only this mesh, for example, by material, and also we can hide this for now. Then maybe I use these face loops too. Material, using this eyelash color, but it doesn't matter. So all this material here, I'm not gonna apply this now, but I'm going to investigate what it is, what it will do to the model. We'll check the possibilities. So here we have the vision regarding the foot. So see the actual size. So if I this must be done with the 3D cursor, right? But not here. Let's move the 3D cursor to some Z. Yeah, just location Z. Maybe here. Or actually maybe just here or here. Alright. 0 the X and the, yeah, that's fine. I have a shortcut for that, is that button keyboard key next to the Z key on the keyboard. So here we see, so that's what I really want to do. Okay, so you see that is not too much. Her head will stay at the same size. So this is a sort of arbitrary and dangerous if I don't try to do this in some. So currently the feet match here, so maybe I could try halfway, right? Is that enough for her to start looking good? So she's just slightly shorter than Dorothy. The neck doesn't seem too exaggerated. Yeah, of course this messed up with some proportions in the middle, right? So I still have problem with the neck. In the 3D doesn't seem too bad, and a bit of anomaly. Maybe there's a character that has a long neck. Maybe I have to do some adjustments there, but is that the best approach for this anyways? It's okay if the template body also doesn't have exactly the same shapes, yeah, totally. It doesn't need to match her. So maybe she might be skinnier, maybe, yeah, many difference there, and that can be solved from the model sheet, right? Which I'll have to retake. So if you compare now, this is the original still, the template model sheet for Dorothy. So this is not. Okay, so I'll have to change that and sort of see whichever adaptations I'll have to do. I cannot follow this model sheet anymore. Okay, I have an idea. I can try to reshape her body according to what looks good for this size, this height. So, and from that I retake the model sheet to, and then that body proportions, I know this of this girl character will be useful for other characters that might be like that. Slightly shorter than Dorothy, so that might work. Yes, so I think that will be good. I don't really would need to redo all the model sheets for each one of them, right? It will be the ideal thing to do, especially if I want to remodel. But if I get these files organized, then it is possible to avoid that and work on the basis of only one model sheet. So I'm just making the head model sheet. Of course I still have this, so my plan now I'm gonna stop now because this nearly 2 hours doing that. I will I sort of solve the body thing. Good. Making a decision here. Alright. So I need to get the body mesh. Yeah, I need to make tiny adjustments to the body mesh here. Geometry, right? Not topology, just geometry. And from that I can do the grease pencil model sheet for the costume, Aisha's costume, whatever. Then no need Aisha body model sheet for now. Just costume model sheet. That's it. Based on 3D model proportions. Aisha's 3D model new proportions. That's it. Very important, this step, just so that I don't forget. Because if that works fine, I'll be using this approach over and over again. So skin texture, right? Yeah, so this is it. So after the costume, I can skip the hair thing if I want, but I intend to complete the hair this week. So model clothes, right? Costume modeling, yeah, on top of the 3D model and the model sheet, right? Grease pencil. So perfectly logical. So that will allow us to continue this. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope that was inspiring enough. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be back today, but this was the first attempt of 2 hours, and then retaking at least 2 hours per day. We'll be continue working that anyways. Take care, happy blending, and see ya next time, maybe. See ya, folks.